Let's take a look at all these cars that came in. So we'll get through everything but M5 Touring here. Maybe an Alpina V8 Roadster based on the Z8.
So they made it.
1 Series. E9 CS. Alpina. M2. Clown Shoe. Clown Shoe. E46 M3. 2 Series convertible. That's old school M5. Really good shape. E46. There's lots of M2s here. And as you suspect, lots of G8X cars as well. And we got Kyle's. It's like Kyle's E61.
Get a plan for doing what you want to do. So.
And we got the Performance Driving School here as well with their M5 Touring. Could have signed up for some stuff here. Do have a few of the M4 GTSs. There's a few E31s. You see one back there as well. But won't be able to get to everything. Get the unveiling of the M3 CS Handschalter momentarily. There's a M4 CSL, so 250 in the US market. That's an M6 Grand Coupe over there. Another G80. There's a few 2002s as well. Basically make our way up there about really to unveil the car. All right, so making my way there now. Get strategically located. Fortunately, couldn't mic them up because they've got enough mics on the presenter. So I believe he's the product manager for the company.
You are famous, and I'm happy to see you.
Oh, thank you. Right, and see what else we can find over here. So we get into the giant crowd here. Of course, I'm late.
Sorry.
Can't hear you. Can you hear? No.
She is SR champion, and she's with she has a woman over there. That's her baby. So she's a trooping to be. Next to her is Bill Auberlen, the GOAT, the greatest truck driver of all time, of INSA. More than 500 starts in BMWs, more wins than anyone else in the world. And we're really happy to have you both here. And so you have the honor of the one on either side is Samantha. I'll take the microphone so those. Ready?
It's a red car.
Ready, seven. De Rosa is eruit. Die vader. Dan gab es die ganzen 4 Türen.
By the way, Samantha and Bill are teammates this year. So,
The bowl of red.
veteran driver and newer drivers together in the car is well.
Right. Let's go in. Oh, I guess.
Switch over to the panel area over there.
Well, they're moving now, so yeah, we can go now.
All right, so we're about to hear them talk about the M3 CS. So shh.
It's kind of difficult to pull them away from the car, it seems.
It's understandable.
Well, while we're waiting for them to come forward here from the car, rather than talk about the car right away, why don't we just talk about your season so far and how it's going? And go ahead.
It's my first season as a Michelin pilot. It's been a challenge to say. First time, racing the G80 G24 in IMSA. We've been building a lot over the course of the first half of the season. We actually got our next race in a couple of weeks, but we built incredible at the last race. He was on a mission. We were at Laguna Seca just a few weeks ago, and we're currently in the top 10, I believe. So looking great in points, and we're hoping to finish out the championship strong.
And where's the next race?
Mid-Ohio. It's a 4-hour race, and it's going to be a bit of a longer one because normally the other races are around 2 hours each, and so we split the time half and half.
How many driver changes for that one? Just one, or do you go back and forth?
Depends on strategy, but I think most of the time it is just one. We're going to try to double at the same time, in the same way that we did at Daytona earlier this year.
And Bill? Back in IMSA.
Back in IMSA. I love it. I mean, as long as you're in a race car and a BMW, your day is not bad. Let's put it that way. Sam and I have driven against each other a fair bit, and now we're driving together. And it's really fun. She makes zero mistakes, does a perfect race always, hands you the car, and now we are just got into the top 10 in points, and we're moving our way forward. We're having great finishes, good results, and we're getting quicker and more competitive every single race.
And it's a tough series too, because there's a lot of body contact in that series, it seems.
That, and I was just going to say, just to put in perspective, I think there were 51 cars at the previous race, and at Daytona, I think at the most it was 58, so it's a big field.
Big field. And like you said, everybody likes to push and shove and bump. It's a very physical, fun kind of racing, and honestly, I was in Laguna Seca, and you come down to turn 2 down there, and you hit the brakes. Half the time, I'm like, oh, sorry, and I just go into the back. I mean, you give them a little shove. It turns out the front of the BMW is extremely strong. I was surprised because I must have moved.
We've been working on that.
It's so good. You just push these people out of the way, and it's no problem. Eventually, I passed our sister car, and he's like, "You hit me." I'm like, "I hit everybody else. I didn't hit you. You're the only one I
Not special.
Yeah, just bump and run. Like the new move, buddy. We're having good success. Mid-Ohio, BMWs historically are awesome there, right? So we've won a ton of races there. Looking forward to it.
It's a great track.
It's a good track. It's a good track, and we'll see how the weather goes. If it doesn't rain, I think we're going to be really strong.
Okay, good luck to you. But we're really here today to talk about the M3 CS Handschalter. So Scott, first of all, what the heck is a Handschalter?
So Handschalter is a term we debuted a year, 2 years ago on the Z4 when we finally put the right transmission in that car.
The right transmission?
The right transmission.
Oh, okay.
I think the crowd agrees. So I mean,
Okay, the crowd agrees.
but yeah, it's a term that we started using on that car, and this car started to be talked about before the Z4 became a reality. We didn't really have a name for this other than put a manual transmission in it. So as we were starting to come up with what are we actually going to call it, it just seemed to fit perfectly because Handschalter translates literally to hand shift. So just seemed to make sense.
Yeah, and we had the discussions about the naming fairly recently, in fact, and I Googled Handschalter and it came up everywhere as associated with the Z4, so it made sense to continue that with the CS version. So tell us about the car. What's special about it?
Yeah,
Other than the transmission?
So the car itself is very similar to the CS that came out in 2023. So you get a lot of carbon bits on it with the hood and the front splitter and the rear diffuser. You get some bits that make it sound better with the titanium rear silencer. You get some nods to GT racing with the yellow DRLs and the bespoke grille geometry that you see there. But the things that I personally care about the most are what you can't see. So dampers on the car are actually shared with the M2 CS that everyone sees behind us. It's also shared with the CSL that came out in 2022. Springs are different on the car. The auxiliary springs or bump stops are different on the car. We've also, because this is rear wheel drive only versus the other CS was all wheel drive, we're able to lower this car. So it's about 6 mil lower than the other version of the CS, which really helps. It sounds like a little bit, but just dynamically, it does help a lot for the center.
And it looks a little nicer too, I think.
Yeah, agreed. And then separately, things you can't see are all the controller settings. So things like the differential, for example, has controller settings that help just enhance the dynamicism, if you will, of the car and just make it more of a joy to drive. And I think the comprehensive package is really quite a success.
And this is a U.S. and Canada only vehicle.
Yes, so we normally cry a lot because we don't get the fun stuff, but we finally have managed to be the only people who get the fun thing. So we're really quite excited about that achievement.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Interior-wise, what do we got?
So interior standard equipment on this are the carbon bucket seats. That is an option on the base car, if you will, but for here we make it entirely standard. Shown here, there's only one upholstery, so it's a black-red bicolor full merino leather that's there. Obviously, the transmission tunnel is a big calling card of the CS models. Completely carbon fiber. Actually, so this car, that was actually one of the bigger challenges with this car was that we couldn't just take the transmission tunnel from the other car. We actually had to make a whole new mold to be able to fit this into the car. So otherwise, Alcantara steering wheel is standard, and then M-Drive Professional is an option on the other car that is standard here as well. So you get the 10-stage traction control. Sam, I know you're a big fan of that. Phil, I'm sure you are as well. Works quite well.
And in terms of options, what's available? I know there are different tires, first of all.
Yeah, so actually a big call out for this car is that you see the gold wheels. That's something we only offer on our CS and CSL models. Also available in black, but let's be honest, the gold is the right choice to make on that. But along with the wheels, you also get 3 tire options. So you have your high performance tire, which is equivalent to, let's say, a Michelin PS4S. Your track tire, which is a Cup 2 or a Trofeo R, and then the Ultra Track tire, which is a Cup 2R or a Trofeo RS.
Okay.
And actually, call out the Ultra Track tires are only available with the black wheel.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree. Other options, obviously, we have paints. Pictured here, I'm a big historic and heritage person. I love E36s and E46s, so what you see here is Imola Red, obviously E46 generation, other individual paint option. Yeah. Other individual paint option was Techno Violet. It was actually between Techno and Daytona on this. I think there are 2 Daytona E36s that I saw here.
Yeah.
So those are the individual paints that are available at cost, but the no-cost options for paint is Black Sapphire Metallic and Isle of Green Metallic.
Isle of Man. There's an Isle of Man back there as well, so you can see that.
Otherwise, not a ton of options. Obviously, brakes. So pictured here, or not pictured, but shown here with carbon ceramics with red calipers. Again, is something you can only get on the CS and CSL models.
Okay.
M compound brakes are available with a black or red caliper color. And then final 2 other, options that are, you can order the car without if you wanted to. The aluminum alloy strut brace that is under the hood. Actually, maybe we'll pop that at one point. Is an option on the car, and then we have what we call the daily driver package. So if you are intending to daily it and you want a heads-up display or automatic tailgate, that is something you can add onto the car.
All right. And if you don't get heads-up display, you have shift lights in the dash?
Yeah, it's typically within the RPM range, the way it works.
Okay. And Sam, you've driven the car.
Yes, I had the incredible opportunity to take it out during a little press day last month at Streets of Willow and had the best time. I can't speak as in depth about the specifications, but I can tell you I was giggling like a child when I got into that car. So much fun, so much fun.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Enough fun that maybe you trade your one in?
No, I could never, but I will tell you I did order one in Technoviolet.
Oh, there you go. Okay. We've sold one already.
I think we've sold a lot already.
Sold me on that first driving experience, you know?
Excellent. Okay. I think we've covered everything on the car except pricing. Maybe we should just let people know. They can look it up, but since we're here.
Yeah, so starting MSRP on the car is $107,100. That doesn't include destination and handling. And then obviously from
Which is about 1,125.
we just changed it. I think it's 1175 now. Otherwise, like paid options, again, paint is 4,500 if you get the individual colors. Carbon ceramics are 85, and then the other options I think can add up to 2,200 on top of that. So fully loaded, if you checked every box, it's still under 118-ish, which is what the old CS was priced at before you added any of that expensive stuff.
Excellent. Well, thank you for bringing the car. It's a real pleasure to be able to launch it here at the Petersen in front of a whole bunch of fans. And that concludes our little talk up here. Thank you, all three of you, for coming. Scott, thanks for, first of all, getting that car to production. I know it's your baby, and I've personally done one of these years ago, and I know how hard it can be. So thank you for doing that. And I think it's one that's going to be really loved. And being on the classic side, I look what the history will say about the car down the road, and I think that's one that's going to be really special in the heritage of BMW.
Save the manuals, guys.
Save the manuals. Thank you all. And for those of you that are taking the tour of the vault, Bill and Sam will join me for that, and we'll talk about the race cars and the race cars that are down there. It should be fun. That starts at 11, and the second tour is at 12, but you have to have a special ticket, I'm told. So those of you that have those tickets, we'll look forward to seeing you down there. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.